The cat in this story is named Morzilka. For a long time, she lived in the basement of one of the houses, and people only occasionally caught glimpses of her. She was so weak that she could barely even come outside. But over time, hunger drove her to make more of an effort. She managed to crawl to the spot where a kind woman from the neighborhood regularly fed stray cats. The woman usually came at dusk, so as not to embarrass the other residents of the building with her actions. The cats didn't stay around her for long. They would quickly grab the food and run back to their shelters to escape the cold. Morzilka was no exception. She never let anyone get close. The woman couldn't even get a good look at her. Morzilka would simply come out, eat a little, and dash back into the basement. One day, the woman noticed something different. Morzilka didn't even attempt to take any food, even though she, like the others, was hungry and desperate. It was then the woman was finally able to really see her. Morzilka looked terrible. It was obvious she desperately needed human help. It was hard to believe she was still alive, given her poor condition. Some of her illnesses seemed almost incompatible with life. No one could guess how long she'd been surviving on the streets like that. It could have been over a week, an incredibly long time for such a fragile creature. Although Morzilka looked no older than a month and a half, it turned out she was nearly 3 months old. Her harsh life had severely stunted her growth. The woman rushed Morzilka to a veterinarian, who immediately took all necessary measures to save her life. They placed Morzilka in an oxygen chamber to stabilize her condition, and she soon began to recover. In just a few days, she regained enough strength to walk around the small chamber, tapping her little paws on the glass to demand food and attention from anyone passing by. Morzilka stayed at the clinic for only a short time before she was taken in by a temporary foster family. She needed special care due to her ongoing health issues, and her new caregivers were willing to do everything possible to help her heal. For example, Morzilka still struggled with basic bodily functions, but thanks to dedicated doctors and caring people, she was slowly improving. Morzilka was successfully treated for mange, and almost immediately her appearance transformed. She turned out to be a real little beauty. Before long, she started refusing to stay confined in her box, demanding more freedom. After everything she had been through, Morzilka was ready to explore the world. The cramped space was no longer enough for her strong spirit. Today, Morzilka is still in the process of recovery, although her condition has already improved dramatically. Once she fully regains her health, the search will begin for her forever home. A real family to love and care for her. Morzilka is a true fighter, a tiny cat with a huge heart, ready to overcome any challenge that comes her way.